Apple Inc., a leader in the tech world, has been impressing the world with its innovative products for years. But now, the company is on the verge of significant changes. 3 top executives are leaving within a week. Meta has recruited a key Apple design leader, and there are rumors about Tim Cook possibly stepping down. These changes come at a time when Apple, falling behind in the artificial intelligence race, is moving away from its tech leadership. What will the future hold for the company? How will the new leadership impact its direction? Stay tuned and watch closely to find out. Apple for decades has been known for a consistent string of design-forward, tech-defining consumer products that have shaped how people use technology. Now the company known for its steadiness is going through a shakeup at the top, as both Apple and the tech industry at large are at a crossroads. Apple announced the departures of 3 executive team members in less than a week. Meta poached a key Apple design leader, and speculation is mounting that Tim Cook may be preparing to step aside as CEO. The changes come as critics say Apple, once a tech leader, is behind in the next big wave, artificial intelligence. For one of the world's most valuable tech companies, a change in leadership could mean a change in how it conceives, designs, and creates products used around the world every single day. The only thing we can read into this is that we're headed to a time of increased volatility for Apple, said Robert Siegel, a longtime venture capitalist and lecturer at Stanford's Graduate School of Business. Apple's stock AAPL is up roughly 12% this year, a much smaller jump than the 30% increase it saw in 2024. Apple did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Who's leaving and why? Planned departures for the following Apple executives were announced just this week. Lisa Jackson, Apple's Vice President of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives, is set to retire next year. General Counsel Kate Adams also set to retire next year. Alan Dye, Vice President of Human Interface Design, who is joining Meta as its Chief Design Officer. John Giannandrea, Senior Vice President of Machine Learning and AI Strategy, who will also retire next year. Apple is bringing in Meta Chief Legal Officer Jennifer Newstead to lead government affairs after Adams retires and serve as its new General Counsel. The Environment and Social Initiatives teams will now report to Subi Khan, Apple's Chief Operating Officer. Ama Subramanya, Microsoft's Corporate Vice President of AI, will be Apple's new Vice President of AI. And earlier this year, Jeff Williams stepped back from his role as Apple's Chief Operating Officer.
Apple's future and challenges.
The leadership shakeup comes as questions about Apple's future loom. Apple delayed a major update to its Siri voice assistant that was expected to bring it closer to OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini, turning Siri from a question-and-answer machine into an assistant that can act on a user's behalf and incorporate information from a person's phone to personalize responses. But that upgrade has been pushed off until next year, and Apple's other AI updates for iPhones, Macs, and iPads have been minimal this year. And Apple's expensive Vision Pro headset, the first new computing category the company has introduced since the decade-old Apple Watch, is still a niche product. At the same time, Meta, Google, Samsung, and OpenAI have announced significant product expansions in AI this year, from Meta's new Ray-Ban display smart glasses to Google and Samsung's Gemini-powered headset and OpenAI's push into shopping and web browsers. Google's Gemini 3 model has also been making waves since its November launch. Wall Street wants answers about Apple's AI strategy. In a July earnings call, analysts asked Apple about Siri's role in driving new products and whether AI chatbots are threatening Apple's relevance in internet searches. Eddie Q, Apple's Senior Vice President of Services, even said during his testimony in a Google antitrust hearing that people may not need an iPhone 10 years from now. Now Dye, largely the face of Apple's design studio following the 2019 departure of former design chief Jony Ive, is joining Meta to help shape what the company sees as the next wave of computing.
The iPhone is still a juggernaut.